Hi there. Would you like to know 3 things about socialism that you probably don't know? Do you think socialism is all about free stuff and everyone is equal? Let's find out. This is Rebekah Koffler with Censored but Not Silenced. Why should you learn from me about socialism? Well, it's because I actually was born and raised in the former Soviet Union, or USSR, which was a socialist country. So I know a thing or two about socialism. And actually, I'm a little bit concerned about what's going on in America right now, my adopted homeland. Some of the things that are happening, whether it's the cancel culture or silencing of various voices, are really, really similar to what I experienced growing up. I wrote an article about it, which was published in Fox News. It is called USSR 2.0. My adopted homeland is giving me flashbacks about Russia I fled. So if you'd like to check it out, it's on Fox News. After I published this article, I picked up a new book by Mark Levine called American Marxism. And I was very surprised to learn that some of the things that he's talking about I am very, very familiar with. I know how the story ends. So here come the 3 things that I promised to reveal to you. So yes, everything is indeed free under socialism, or nearly free. The problem is nothing is available because socialism simply does not produce enough goods and services. Because there's simply no competition. The government owns everything. It owns the means of production. You cannot own a private business, so it's all the government. Imagine that everyone acts similar to the DMV services. You know, when you show up in DMV and you have to wait forever and ever. Well, this is what the former Soviet Union was like. There were lines and lines everywhere. You had to stand for food, for clothing, for pretty much everything. Sometimes you got in line even before you knew what was on sale. So like I said, everybody was equally poor. That is, except the government, the leaders. They are the ones who had everything. They were treating at different hospitals. They shopped at different shops. So the second thing that I promised to reveal to you is that yes, everybody is indeed equally poor, that is, except the elites, because they had the first dibs on everything, including on medical care. So if you went to the dentist, it was pure torture. Your teeth was drilled without Novocaine. Yes, you get strapped to the dentist chair because you scream and you kick. I do not want my children to experience what I experienced. It was frightening. And then the third thing is government control. You had no individual rights whatsoever. You could not travel, certainly not outside of the country. You needed permission to go outside of the country, and sometimes they didn't allow because you did not meet some sort of criteria. Maybe you were not a reliable person. Maybe you were going to defect or run away or whatever. You couldn't even live within the country wherever you wanted. You were supposed to live where you were born because that's where you had your registration. The government owned your apartment. You couldn't just, go buy an apartment or rent it. None of that. You had to wait 15 years or 10 years or however long to get a car, 10 years to get a phone. You didn't have much to eat or many clothes. You had to borrow some clothes or some shoes from especially if you're a young girl and wanted to go to a party. You borrowed something from a bunch of friends of yours. Sometimes it didn't really fit much. But the most horrible thing was that we did not have toilet paper. Yes, imagine that. So newspaper was the method to use. No sanitary products. Just atrocious. So whenever people are promising a pie in the sky to you, that socialism is just free stuff for everybody, do not believe it. It's not true. It's not true. So I just wanted to share this with my fellow Americans because, like I said, we do not want our country to turn into a totalitarian, tyrannical state. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. I also wanted to remind you that I'm a former intelligence officer with DIA. And I recently wrote a book, Putin's Playbook, Russia's Secret Plan to Defeat America. It's available now on Amazon and anywhere else, really. The government did not want me to reveal a whole bunch of things that I did reveal in my book, and that's why they tried to censor it, blacking out 31 pages worth of information. And this is why I encourage you to go out and get a book and read it, ask me questions, visit my website, RebekahKoffler.com, visit my channel, send me an email. My contact information is on my website. This is it for now. This is Rebekah Koffler, censored but not silent.